Welcome back, everybody, to Mildly Entertaining. I'm Void,
Jack.
and today is Am I the A-Hole? By the way,
Yes.
forgot to mention before we started, and I'm totally leaving this in because I'm lazy. Let's refrain from saying the A word or the AH word because we're going to say it a lot, and I don't want to have to edit that out. I mean, you can say it, just don't say it a lot.
You don't have to put that many ducks in.
Yeah. I don't
I
want,
get you.
I don't want my ducks in a row, so. Anyway, we have three stories today because two are kind of long.
Kind of long.
Um, this first one though, real short. Am
Yay.
am I the a-hole for letting my friend's boyfriend build my computer? Any input would be appreciated. I, female 27, slowly accumulated. Oh, I was really just I was like powerhousing through that sentence, and then I hit accumulated, and my brain just went, huh?
What?
Well, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I, female 27, slowly accumulated parts to build a new gaming computer for myself. This took around a year or so to do, so I was a bit hesitant to try and put it all together myself via a YouTube tutorial. Lol. My friend,
Understandable.
yeah. Eh,
Yeah.
you don't want to, that stuff costs
It's expensive.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just spent several grand.
Yeah, you really did.
Yeah. I bought a car, essentially.
Pretty much. My friend, I'll call Amanda, female, 28, for this, has a boyfriend, James, male, 26. James is very knowledgeable on computers and even has a side business where he repairs computers and laptops. We're pretty good friends outside of the mutual friendship through Amanda, meaning we'll play games online together. The night I got the case for my computer, because you always get that last, you either get it first or you get it last. Nobody ever gets it in between that I know of.
Yeah.
I messaged James and asked if helping me build a computer would be something he'd be willing to do. And I even told him I'd pay him to do it. He told me he'd be more than willing to help me and that he'd even do it for free, even though I persisted in paying him. Yesterday, James came over to my apartment and built it for me. It took him about 2 hours or so, and after we tested that everything worked, I bought him Subway because still, he refused to let me pay for him for the computer work. We
Can
were
I
to.
stop you really quick?
Yes.
Okay, a moment ago, you said the word correctly, but the
Yes.
word that's there is incorrect and it's bothering me. It's
Okay.
even though I insisted on, she says persisted in.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't sound right to me. You may continue. Sorry, I had to just. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was bothering me. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm really not.
Anyway, I don't care. We were together for maybe in total 4 hours or so, and then he went home. I sent Amanda a picture of the computer after it was done, as well as other friends I play with, and she didn't reply. At first, I thought maybe she was just busy, but later that night, I asked if she was interested in playing anything, and she said, not really, to be honest. I'm kind of bothered you didn't ask me about James going to your house to build your computer for free. I tried explaining everything to her, but I'm just getting the silent treatment. Please tell me if I am the a hole in this situation.
No.
Your friend is insecure.
Yeah, very insecure. He offered to do it. He offered to do it for free. You continuously offered to pay him. Technically, you did,
Technically, she asked if that'd be something he'd be willing to do.
and he agreed. So a contract was made. So
A
really,
verbal contract, yes.
If she wants to be mad at somebody, she should be mad at him. And he sounds like the kind of guy who's already explained this shit to her once.
Most likely. Because I know that there's a huge possibility she's also giving him the silent treatment. Can't tell me
Hell,
otherwise.
he likely told her before he left, "Hey, I'm going to go build your friend's computer.
I'll be back. It's going
I'll
to
be
take a
back."
while. I'll be back. Yeah, sounds like Amanda is really, really just insecure or
She's either, I was going to say,
attention
she's either
seeking.
really insecure or she was fine with it because he didn't mention he wasn't going to accept payment and she was expecting that. So when he came home without it, that's when she was mad, even though he willingly did it for free just because they're friends.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm more
she
inclined to
did
believe the first
emphasize
one, but
free though.
yeah, that's the only reason I think that.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
I think.
this could be a
In fact, I
multitude
would
of
dare say it's
things.
a little bit of both because
Yeah,
she emphasizes both going to her house,
yeah,
indicating she could have come here to let him do it, and that she did it for free. So she's insecure and butthurt about not being paid.
yeah,
So no, she's the you're fine person. You're
yeah.
you're fine, OP
Head crab bonk.
Monk.
Head crab bonk. One
Yeah.
word for future me. Oh, I gotta give credit where credit's due, you know. Alright,
Yeah.
next one. Am I the a-hole for not quieting down at a Renaissance fair and walking away after my boyfriend sided with a stranger? I, 23 female, went to a Renaissance fair with my boyfriend, 26 male, and my sister. My sister and I go to events like this regularly, but it was my boyfriend's first time. At these events, people dress up, interact with performers, and cheer loudly during shows. I was acting how I normally do, engaging with the environment and cheering during performances. During a joust, I was cheering along with the crowd, nothing inappropriate, just typical cheering. A man sitting in front of me turned around and said I was scaring his child and asked me to stop. Before I could respond, my boyfriend told me I should quiet down a little. Okay, well, just right there, the boyfriend sounds more like a people pleaser.
Yeah.
That's just my
So I'm
initial
already.
thought.
Initial thoughts are no, you are not OP.
Plus, it's like, oh, don't worry, that's not all.
No.
It's his first time there, and he's probably like a little out of his element, maybe even just a little bit embarrassed at how into this people are getting.
Well, the thing is, though, too, which kind of lends into what you're saying. These kind of events, they want you to be loud. They want you to be engaged. So that kind of cheering, that's normal. They want you to
Yes,
do that.
yeah. So honestly, the stranger with the child should have thought about that before bringing their child. And I don't know why one person is scaring the kid. I really don't think it has anything to do with the people cheering. I don't even think the kid's scared. I think the guy's just butthurt. But
I think the kid is scared, but not by what the parent thinks they're afraid. I think the kid does not want to be there at
oh,
all.
probably not.
The whole thing probably scares them, and then to couple that with it being loud.
Yeah. All right, we'll continue though.
Yeah, go ahead.
That upset me, especially since the event itself encourages loud crowd participation. Another person nearby even commented that the man was out of line. I felt embarrassed and unsupported, so I got up and walked away to calm down. My sister came with me. We had already planned to split up after the joust, so I didn't think it was a big deal to take some space. A few hours later, my boyfriend found us and was upset, saying I abandoned him in an unfamiliar event. He also said that if a child is scared, people should adjust their behavior regardless of the setting. I disagreed and felt like I shouldn't have to change normal behavior in that kind of environment. We ended up arguing and it escalated more than it should have. Added. Before the joust, we had a detailed plan of separating for an hour ish after the joust. We each wanted to do different things happening at the same time frame, so we planned to part ways and meet back up at the place I wanted to go since it was a group activity. My sister and I did not separate for a time, and she came back and joined me, or did separate, and came back and joined me at the location talked about. I figured my boyfriend would do the same, which is why I was more okay with walking away from the situation. Also, before the joust even started, the kid was side eyeing my sister and I. A look we were very familiar with as African Americans when children clearly aren't exposed to other people. After their dad told me to quiet down, other people pulled pulled me aside, and said how he had no right to do so. All I was yelling was, "That's my wife," cheering for the female knight, and the man was there was his husband. So that comment really shouldn't be an issue to him. Am I the a-hole for not quieting down and for walking away?
No for the not quieting, partial credit for the walking away.
Because it wasn't after the joust. You could have at least said, "I need air."
Yeah, you could have said, I need air. I'm going to go. We'll meet up where we said we would.
And then,
And then left.
yeah, because then it wouldn't have escalated in the way that it did. Not saying it still wouldn't have escalated, but
But it would have been more manageable when you two finally got back together.
yeah.
Like when you two met up again. So I'm going to go with no and partial credit. The guy was the for being an
Yeah.
the boyfriend's not wrong. He just defended it the wrong way.
The
Does that make
boyfriend
sense?
is wrong in this case. I agree that in certain circumstances, if a child is scared,
Yeah, like again, we both agree that it was probably the environment that had the kid scared the entire
well,
thing and not just her. But
even if it was her scaring the kid, why just her? It would have had to have been the entire crowd to make
yeah,
that plausible. And in which case, you, as a parent, remove your child from that
child,
scenario. You
yeah,
parent. Just parent.
in this instance, he is wrong. But overall,
He is right.
if your behavior does scare a child, it likely does require correction. In this instance, yes, he is wrong, though.
Yes.